20 minutes before we went live, we had crew actually watching some of the congressional testimony in the Judiciary Committee. And boom, there was the admission that the FBI is conducting a criminal investigation of organized crime carrying out the murder of Jeffrey Epstein. So you talk about the collapse of an official narrative. This is spectacular. Now, we have the story up on Infowars.com, and as far as I know, because we look for it, we have the exclusive video. More of it is coming. FBI now investigating Epstein's death for signs of criminal enterprise. Bureau of Prisons director says FBI now treating Epstein's mysterious death as a criminal matter. Very, very important. U.S. charges 2 jail guards over Jeffrey Epstein's death. That, of course, is broken. We're going to be getting to all of it, but here is the segment where the head of the Bureau of Prisons, Lindsey Graham, is questioning, gets into this. Here's the director, Catherine Hawk Sawyer. Here it is.
I wanted to talk about the death of Mr. Epstein. Do you concur with the opinion that it was a suicide?
That was the finding of the coroner, sir.
Okay. Do you have any evidence to suggest otherwise?
I do not.
How could this have happened?
Unfortunately, sir, the death and the whole situation is still under the investigation of the FBI and the Inspector General's office, and I'm really not at liberty to discuss specifics of this case. I can discuss issues around institutional operations, but I can't specifically talk about that particular issue.
Okay. With a case this high profile, there's got to be either major malfunction of the system or a criminal enterprise at foot to allow this to happen. So are you looking at both? Is the FBI looking at both?
If the FBI is involved, then they are looking at criminal enterprise, yes.
Do we have people in custody today of this high-profile nature? Have we done anything to adjust since Mr. Epstein's death?
Sir, we take every inmate's life very seriously in the Bureau of Prisons. A high-profile inmate is no more important or significant in terms of our operations than just the average inmate that comes our way.
I mean high-profile, somebody's on a suicide watch.
I would like to explain our suicide watch system, if I may. I can't talk specifically about Epstein, but we have different tiers of response if we identify an inmate who appears to be having suicidal thinking. And I came into the Bureau as a psychologist. I've worked with lots of suicidal inmates. I was a warden in our psychiatric facility in Butner, and I know how difficult it is to always be able to predict who is suicidal and who is not. But once an inmate is identified as potentially suicidal, we have a suicide watch operation that we can place them in. It's a very stark, very difficult setting where everything is stripped from the room except a mattress. They get a coarse gown-like to wear that cannot be twisted in any way that they could hang themselves from it. They have one mattress and one blanket, and they are watched constantly. There's nothing else in that room.
Was Mr. Epstein on suicide watch?
Yes, he was. However, the average time on suicide watch is only about 24 hours because it is such a stark and actually depressing situation. We then can move them to another tier of observation, which is called psychological observation.
Did that happen in this case?
I can't speak specifically, but I am sharing this with you so that you understand our procedure, sir.
All right, and more coming on that. But, yeah, we think it's a suicide because that's the official story. We never want to throw others under the bus, but we're looking at it as a criminal enterprise, and 2 jail guards have been charged in association with that. So we'll be looking at that more later in this hour and the next hour. And we're going to have more of those clips for you. That is posted at Infowars.com. FBI now investigating Epstein's death as a criminal enterprise, says the director of the Bureau of Prisons. Now it's easier than ever to have band.video on your iPhone. Simply go to band.video with your Safari browser. Then you click the share button at the bottom of the screen. When the menu comes up, you simply click Add to Home Screen. It will then ask you to name the app. I suggest Band.video. You will now have Band.video app on your home screen, despite the fact that Tim Cook tried to stop it. The globalists think you're lazy, but by taking a little bit of action, you can override them, have the app, and then tell others about it so they can get the app. So it's up to you whether you want to defy big tech and click the share buttons below on your email, on Facebook, on Twitter, on YouTube, however you want. Be sure and share Band.video.